Hello YouTube, this is FocusedSpender, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you can take home more money in your paycheck without working any harder. In my video on Debt Snowballs, I talked about how I had a medical loan for my braces and how I use a flexible spending account to take home an additional $60 per paycheck. Now, how is this possible? It's possible because flexible spending accounts are basically a way to spend money on medical expenses or dependent care expenses pre-tax. When I first learned about the flexible spending accounts, I really did not understand how it worked, and I really was not sure if I would be able to use it to pay for my loan because I was not paying for my braces out of pocket. I had a medical loan through Chase Health Advance, and I thought, well, the braces are already paid for. How am I going to use this program to pay back this loan? But I called our benefit company, I called Chase Health Advance, I made sure that I could use it, and it was perfectly fine. So at first I was really nervous because I thought, okay, my bill is $203 a month. I'm going to deduct about $100 every paycheck. So my paycheck was going to go down by $100 or at least $80 because I really could not understand the math. But what happened was the first paycheck that I deducted $100, my paycheck went down by $40. By $40. I thought, this is crazy. I have $100 set aside, and yet my paycheck only went down by $40. For any math whiz out there, you'll say, well, of course you took home more money. You just reduced your taxable income. But for everyone else, I want to show you exactly how and why it works. Let's say your monthly pre-tax salary is $2,000 a month and you're taxed at the 25% rate. Your net take-home pay is now $1,500. Well, let's say you average $200 a month on medical expenses. You could have a loan like myself, or you have reoccurring co-payments or prescription drugs that you take. You buy a lot of over-the-counter items like cold medicine or contact lens solution. Your remainder for the month is now $1,300 once you account for that $200 worth of expenses. Well, let's say you participated in a flexible spending account program. You would deduct $200 every single month from your $2,000 pre-tax salary, and your new pre-tax salary is now $1,800. Well, let's suppose that you're still taxed at the 25% rate. Your take-home pay will now be $1,350. So let's run through this again. Your original take-home pay when you're not participating in the flexible spending account is $1,500, and once you deduct your medical expenses, you're left with $1,300. But if you participated in a flexible spending account, your $200 will be deducted pre-tax, and you would now be left with $1,350. The one thing I should say about the flexible spending account programs, if you are receiving a reimbursement check, is that you're going to spend the money first, and then you're going to submit your receipts for reimbursements, and then you will receive the check in the mail. So in any given month, you'll get paid your $1,350, and from the months prior, once you submit your receipts, you will then get an additional $200, and it'll feel like you're getting paid for that month $1,550. If your company or the program that you participate in doesn't do reimbursement checks, instead they will give you a debit card, and that money that's deducted every month will be loaded onto the card for you to use for your medical expenses. So in this video, when I spoke about flexible spending accounts in my example, I only talked about medical expenses, but you can also use flexible spending accounts for dependent care, whether you have a child that you need to pay for their daycare, or if you're taking care of an elderly parent, you can use a flexible spending account to deduct those costs. I should also say there are lots and lots and lots of things that you can use your flexible spending accounts on, like your glasses and your contact lenses, and lots of over-the-counter drugs and different types of medicines. But there are also things that you can't use them on, like cosmetic surgery, vitamins, your gym expense for the month. But you should look into it. It's a great way to save money. And in general, if you're offered any way to pay for something pre-tax, do it. Do it, because it just saves you so much money. Thanks. Bye-bye.